Had quite the second season. Can you just kind of go through your assessment of your play in year two, and unfortunately to have it end abruptly, obviously with the injury?
You got a PS5 right there. That's so funny. But I had a great season, man. Like I had got to what I wanted to be, man. Like coming into the off season, man, I thought I had a horrible first season in my own mind, man. But just going to the off season, I wanted to do a lot of things to change my body to become the player that I know I can be, the player that I want to be, and I feel like I took that step this season. This season, I did a lot of things right, a lot of things wrong that I can fix also, and I can become a better player for next season. So I got a lot of new goals, a lot of new things that I want to do and I want to become. So this third season, come around, man, I can be the best player that I know I can be and the best player the team want me to be. So
You're a
You think
PS5 guy yourself, I'm guessing.
yeah, man, I got a PS5 digital. It look like you got the other version. I got a digital.
That's the real one. That's the real
Yeah,
one.
you got the real one, but the digital one, everybody like the digital is the top notch.
Oh, no.
I got it, bro. I got it I was just blessed to get it for like the regular price instead of paying like thousand some dollars for it. I got it for like 455, something like that.
how much when you see the progress that you made this season, how much motivation you talked about it a little, but to keep improving, and what do you think your ceiling can be?
I don't think there is a ceiling, man. I think I got a lot of leeway to grow into. I got a lot of things to hit, and like I feel like I haven't scratched the surface yet, man. Just because all the things I did this year may be good and everything, but I know a lot of stuff that I can think about on the top of my head that I did wrong, or I left a lot of plays out there, a lot of missed tackles that I was supposed to have, a lot of tackles for loss. Like in general, man, a lot of flags that I got that could have been sacks and things like that, man. That I really wish I can get back. So going to the next season, man, I got an even bigger chip on my shoulder to make sure that I clean up those things so I can become a better player, even more dominant player. So
What was your reaction when you heard that Adam had been let go?
it wasn't a real reaction for real, man. Just 'cause I know, man, this is a business, man. Like in college, it's a business, everything's a business, man. So that's out of my pay grade, out of my leeway to comment on that and things like that, because that's from upstairs, stuff like that. So I just want to see the team win, man. I just want to be in the best position to help this team win and the team win. So I can only control what I can control, and I can only do what I can do, and that's go out there every Sunday and put my best foot forward and play my best football. So
Quinnen, what do you think it will take for this defense to take a big step forward and become a really good defense?
I think, man, beginning of this season to now, man, this defense has stepped up even tremendously. Like coming into training camp, man, to now. But the main thing I feel like that we need as a defense, man, is just a mentality, like a standard, a culture, just like, and you can definitely see that culture coming with the young guys who that we have now, and that's that mentality with the young guys who coming in, who getting their feet wet in the NFL, who stepped up big, like Bryce Hall, Lamar Jackson, Ashton Davis, and just a few other guys, man, like Bryce Huff, Jabari, like a lot of young guys, me and myself, Foley, like we all young, man. So the main thing I think next year that we got to establish as being like third year players and fourth year players is just a culture of a defensive culture, man. Because you got the culture like the New York Sack Exchange, who had like all these sacks and stuff, and them guys like was big known for their defense. Like that, I think the main thing that the camaraderie that we got to get together is just having a culture for this defense, a mentality for this defense.
Quinn, fair or unfair, a lot of times cultures are, I guess, judged based off of the record. Do you believe that the current culture that's established, not just with the defense, but the team, is pretty solid?
Definitely, man. Just because the guys we got in here, man, the young guys who we got in here and the older guys we got here, like, man, we were going 0-13, man. And you just see these guys don't even flinch or budge, man. These guys just want to come in every single day and work. And you've seen these last three games of what we can become in the future, and the way we played out there, fast, physical, and played with passion and different things like that. You see what we can become if we become focused and play with consistency. So that's what I think, man. Like the culture is there, man. We just got to define it honestly. and make sure we just put a stamp on it. Just leadership and veterans just got to put a stamp on. We're going to be this and nothing above, man. Just like you watch different games like they played Cleveland, man, or Cleveland got an amazing run game. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, or last year when we played the Raiders, or even this year we played the Rams, man. Those games like that, if we can consistently play like that and put a definition on like, oh, we're gonna play like this every single game, man. I feel like our record won't be the way it went, but that's all about growing and changing over the offseason, just speaking with each other over the offseason that when we come in next year, man, we're going to be this. Our culture is going to be this. Our standard is going to be this. Our mentality is going to be this. And everybody buy into it, and we're going to play with it. Just like at Bama, man, everybody play with their process. Everybody play with physical toughness, commitment, and effort, man. So, like, they have a process, I believe. Patriots got a process. Everybody got a process and a standard. So when we develop that process and standard, man, it's going to be the same way. So.
Hey, Quinnen, what were your biggest takeaways from the talk that you had today with Joe and Christopher this morning, just in terms of what they're looking for?
That was one of the big things that I voiced my opinion on was develop this offseason, man, me becoming a third-year person, also looked at as a leader on the defense, with just figuring out a standard, figuring out a process, figuring out a culture for this defense, and how can I step up and be a more vocal leader or more leader by example on how can I help establish that. So that was the main thing I wanted to let those guys know, that I'm here to be a leader for the defense. I'm here to be a person that can set an example on doing everything right and put my best foot forward every day on Sunday. So
what did you hear from those guys, or what did you take out of what they're looking for a new head coach to come in here?
They really ain't speak to me about a new head coach. I really ain't asked them about a new head coach, man. That's on those guys, man. I'm play football, man. Whoever coach they bring in here, man, I'm gonna play my heart out for that coach, man. Everything like that. So we really nice. I don't speak on that. So,
Quinnen, do you have any objectives that you've already set for yourself for this off season? I know last year you worked on, eating better and getting in shape and things. Have you set anything out for this offseason yet?
I got a lot of stuff, man. As soon as I got put on IR, a lot of stuff, man, just went through my head, and I got a lot of time to speak on the different objectives I want to accomplish this offseason, man. The main thing probably be, of course, continues to be consistent in my nutrition, my condition, and different things like that, but most also, like, get stronger. I feel like all the best interior pass rushers in the NFL, man, are known for their strength. Like Aaron Donald, Chris Jones, Fletcher Cox are known for their strength. So I feel like I got to get on that level of strength-wise to become stronger so I can be inside that caliber level of play.
When just in a general sense, how much do you think whoever the new coach is can help you guys establish those kind of things like you talked about at Bama, the processes, the stuff you said? How much can the new coach, new leader help you do that?
It can help a lot, man, just for him coming in with his own process, his own culture, and his own beliefs on how things should be. Like, if he come in with his own thing, we don't have to figure out anything. Like, we don't have to figure out nothing. He can set the example, set the standard, and do what we playing off his leadership and all things like that. So definitely want to see a guy who come in here and set his culture, man, set his standard, set the process, man, and we fall in line, follow suit. So.
Any more questions for Quinnen?
How you feeling about Ohio State next week, Quinnen?
Roll Tide.
And just to follow up on one of your earlier answers, you said it's not so much about culture. Is it more about identity? Like, when teams play the Jets, they're in for this, or the Jets are all about this. Do you think it's more about like establishing an identity of what the Jets are all about? Is that kind of what it's about?
I think they go hand in hand, man. Identity, culture, process, and standards all go hand in hand, man. No matter what word you say, everything is all the same thing, honestly, man, because if you got a standard, that's your identity. If you got a culture, that's your identity. So they all go hand in hand, man. You want people to look at you and say, all right, we're going to get this from this team. Like, when you play Bama, we're going to get this from Bama. You're going to get a hard-nosed football team who's going to run the ball and who's going to be dominant on defense. So, like, you want a team to look at you and know what you're going to get from and be consistent in what you do. And I think that's the main thing over my 2 years here. Defense-wise, man, we played some great games, man. We got a great football team. But me, myself, I didn't play consistently every single one of these games. Like, I had games I went in and had 2 tackles and wasn't even visible there for real, for real. So that's the main thing, man, that each player got to take individual and know their own identity and then set an example for themselves and then just come in and just help the team form an identity or a culture or a process or whatever we want to say for the team. So